What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video I want to break down my top 3 trading setups. These are the setups that I look for when I am taking a trade. I think that this video is going to be extremely beneficial for a lot of you if you watch this whole entire video. But before we start, I just want to mention one thing. If you guys are a struggling trader or you're just trying to get a breakthrough in your trading, I do offer one-on-one mentorship, and I'm looking for 5 people that I can guide very closely and help them get to $10,000 a month using my exact strategy. So if that's you, there is a link below where you can book a call with me and we can talk a little bit more and just get to know each other and see if you would be a good fit to work with me. Now, without further ado, let's get into my computer and let's make some money. There's a type of energy that I get sometimes when I am doing these YouTube videos, and that energy is here, guys. I am going to drop the bombs. Also, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, look at the back of my computer. It has my Instagram. Pause this video and follow me real quick on Instagram. So I want to go over these 3 setups, and these setups usually occur when the market has determined a specific trend. And I like to only trade when the market is in a clear downtrend or the market is in a clear uptrend. So I want to go over these 3 setups with you that are on my chart. If you guys want, I would take a screenshot. But let's go over these 3 setups together, and then we'll actually go through the chart and I'll show you like them in different scenarios and examples, so it will make way more sense to you guys. And a lot of you probably might know about these candles, but the specific setup itself is different. So I want you guys to notice the first thing. Notice how the market is in a clear downtrend during the New York session. With me, if you are new to my videos, I only trade indices. So I trade NAS 100, US 30, and the S&P 500. And lately, I have like this love-hate relationship with NAS 100 where I'll love her for a couple of months and then she'll be choppy and I'll hate her and then I'll start falling in love with her again. So I really have been favoring NAS or NQ for my futures traders out there for the past couple of weeks now. The market structure has been phenomenal. And when I have been trading lately, I want you guys to just be open-minded and hear me out for the next 10 to 15 minutes. There is a lot of geopolitical events going on in the Middle East. That does have an effect on the markets. Our current president has affected the economy greatly. Inflation is at all-time highs. The markets are a lot different than they used to be back in 2018, 19, and 2020. So I usually do trade on higher time frames like the minute 15, minute 30, and the hour 1. But like for this point in my trading career, since the market has been so choppy on those time frames, those higher time frames, I've kind of been looking at the minute 5 and the minute 1 because my setups are forming way more frequently on the minute 1 and minute 5 time frames, and also the trading duration is a lot quicker, so I can get in and out of my trades within 10 to 20 minutes, which is really nice. So right now I am on the minute 5 chart looking at NQ NAS 100. So the first setup, a rejection of the 20 EMA, a reversal candle closes and the body of the candle closes below the 20 EMA. So I want you guys to look at this specific candle right here. When we have our 20 EMA, you guys can see if I zoom out, the candles are above the 20 EMA going in towards the end of the London session. Then we actually get into the New York session right here, right when this little shaded area opens up. Now we can see that the market starts pushing down, forms this lower high, but notice how we have this lower low and lower high, and the candles are now below the 20 EMA. Once we start to see candles like this one or this one hitting the 20 EMA and the body of the candle closes below it, that's a really good sign that it's going to basically reject it. So you can ideally use the 20 EMA, not really, but kinda. You can use the 20 EMA as like a point of support and resistance in a way. And when I see the candle has a long wick like this and it's closing below the 20 EMA, that is giving me a really good tell sign that the market is going to reject it. And if you guys want to get the most out of this video, the best thing that you can do is pause the video when I show you something and then go to your trading view and see if you see it yourself or none of this is going to make sense. Second setup, a lower high or higher low with a regular doji. So we can see the market comes down to form a lower low. Then we have this lower high doji. We would sell after the doji, have our stops right above the doji's high, and then we would target the previous low or go for a 2-to-1. Like with me guys recently, I have been just going for a 2-to-1. That is absolutely perfect for me, taking about 3 trades a week. That's the second setup. Third setup, a lower high or higher low with the gravestone doji. So ideally what I'm looking at when I'm trading is I want price to determine a specific trend. Here we're in a downtrend. That's the first thing. Secondly, I want price to start forming lower lows and lower highs. So after I see a recent lower low is made, I'm looking for a lower high to be made, and within that lower high I want to see a doji, a gravestone doji, any type of reversal candle. And what's even better is if you can see a reversal candle with a fair value gap in it, that is extra confirmation, because I'm going to remove all these drawings so we can now see we have our 3 setups. You guys should have all wrote them down. If I look at this last one, this gravestone doji, look to the left, structure leaves clues. That is the saying that I go by. So if I zoom in from here to here, okay, I get my cross, we can see there's our gravestone doji. But look at the wick of that doji. If I go back to my arrow, I want you guys to notice, look at the wick of the doji. Where is that wick hitting? If I look to the left, structure leaves clues, we have this fair value gap right here. So if we mark this up, we have this fair value gap from this candle's low to this candle's high. It's a 3 candle pattern, our fair value gap, and you guys can get the indicator to help you guys out. If you guys type for indicators Lux algo fair value gap right here, and then it will show you all the fair value gaps. So we can see price comes into here, hits the bottom of our fair value gap right here, and then what happens? Price then moves to the downside very nicely. So if you were to ideally have taken a trade, this is how your trade would have been set up. You could have went short right at that fair value gap in there, and you could have had your stops. Usually with my fair value gaps, I have my stops right above the first candle that starts a fair value gap, so right here. And then what I would do too is risk to reward ratio. I usually just go to where it says 2. Right here, 2. Risk to reward ratio. Stop loss 166 pips, TP 332 or 33 points, and 16 points right here. So ideally this would be your trade setup right here if you were taking that fair value gap. And then if you were to disregard the fair value gap and you said, do you know what, I'm going to just sell after this doji closes, you would have your sell right after the candle closes, and then you could have your stops right above it. With these lower highs, they can be a little sketchy, but with NQ, when you're on these smaller time frames and a specific trend is already determined, it's usually not going to do these crazy stop hunts. So you don't need to have your stops usually above the previous high. Like you can, but I have noticed, and you guys will notice too, that price does not go and retest that reversal candle or whatever candle that you're getting on. And you can see if we get a 2-to-1 right there, your TP is hit within 10 minutes, 5, 10. Within 10 minutes, you are catching a beautiful 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Isn't that insane, guys? So now that we have that set up and you guys understand what our 3 setups look like, now let's go to the chart and you can see it. Also, when I'm doing this, I'm usually trading between the market open at 9:30 a.m. EST all the way to 11 a.m. EST. So I give myself about a 1.5 hour window. So we can see right here, we have a gravestone doji rejecting the 20 EMA right here. The body of the candle closes below the 20 EMA, and this is right before the market open. So if you want to trade right at the market open, you could enter a sell right here, or right before the market open, or after, whatever you want to do. You could enter a sell right here after this candle closes, or this candle right here, and then you could see the market open. It just drops flawlessly. Perfect setup right there. And we have a spinning top right here. We have this higher high, higher low with the spinning top. Buy after that candle closes. Go for a 2-to-1. And if you guys go back and look at your charts, you're going to see these setups appear time and time after again. So we can see we have this massive hammerhead candle rejecting the 20 EMA, lower low, lower high, lower low, and keeps going absolutely lower. And we have this nice doji right up here right before the market open. So the thing about this, it's nice being on these lower time frames, is your stops are going to be so freaking tight. Now Thursday doesn't really offer that trade setup. It is kind of choppy. I don't want to see choppy markets like this. I want to see the market like this. Is a beautiful day right here. Market open comes out, it pushes down to make a lower low, breaking this previous wick support. And we have our lower high. What do we have right here? We have a hammerhead candle, the body closing below the 20 EMA, sell right there, stops right above that candle's wick, easily offers a 2-to-1 right there. Then if we go, this is another beautiful day. Look how the market is just offering these beautiful, it's in a beautiful downtrend. The market comes up and forms the lower highs, lower lows. If I were to have taken a trade, this lower high is kind of steep. I don't like how it's breaking this lower high and this lower high. So ideally this would have kind of scared me. So I would have waited for a new lower low to be formed and then a lower high. And you can see we have this pin bar right here. After that candle closes, it drops and would have offered a beautiful 2-to-1 right there. So this is what I wanted to show you guys in this video. A lot of the videos that you guys are watching on YouTube, a lot of you are going from this video to this video to this video. If you want to retain information and get the most value from the video, you need to go apply what was taught. So what I'd recommend is you guys go and apply this information. Just look over your charts, and if you guys want help with your trading, you want to be my next student, definitely reach out or go to the link in the description and book a call, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys later. Peace out.